Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Daily English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Tim. How's everyone doing today?
We're so excited you're here with us. Today we have something really practical for you.
That's right. We're talking about habits. You know, those things we do every single day.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Talking about habits is one of the most useful skills in English because we use it all the time in real conversations.
And that's right. Whether you're chatting with friends, talking to coworkers, or even just talking about yourself, you need to know how to express your daily routines and habits naturally.
So today, Tim and I are going to have real conversations about our habits, and we'll teach you the most common phrases, vocabulary, and expressions native speakers use.
And the best part? We'll explain everything in a simple, easy way. No complicated grammar rules, just natural English.
If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been with us before, thank you for coming back.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our English lessons. Trust me, we have so much great content coming your way.
All right, Tim, are you ready to talk about habits?
Let's do it. Let's start with the morning routine.
So, Tim, tell me, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Oh, good question. Well, I usually wake up around 6:30 in the morning.
Wait, did everyone catch that? Tim said, I usually wake up. That's a really common phrase. Usually means most of the time, but not always.
Right. So I usually wake up at 6:30, but sometimes I wake up earlier, maybe at 6. And sometimes I wake up later.
Perfect example. So we use usually to talk about habits that happen regularly. What are some other words we can use?
Great question. We can say always, often, sometimes, rarely, and never.
Exactly. Let me give you examples. I always brush my teeth in the morning. That means 100% of the time, every single day.
I often go for a morning walk. That means many times, but not every day.
I sometimes drink coffee. That means occasionally, maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
I rarely eat a big breakfast. That means almost never, very infrequently.
And I never skip breakfast. That means 0% of the time. It never happens.
These words are super important. You put them before the main verb. Listen, I always wake up early. I usually exercise. I sometimes eat cereal.
Perfect. Now, Tim, tell me more about your morning routine. What do you do after you wake up?
All right, so after I wake up, the first thing I do is check my phone.
Oh, really? Me too. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't, but I always check my messages and emails first thing in the morning.
Notice how Tim said first thing in the morning? That's a really natural expression that means the very first action you take.
Exactly. Then I get out of bed and I head to the bathroom.
Head to is another great phrase. It means go to, but it's more casual and natural. I head to the kitchen. He heads to work.
Right. So I head to the bathroom and I wash my face and brush my teeth.
Do you take a shower in the morning or at night?
I usually take a shower in the morning. It helps me wake up. I'm not really a morning person, so the shower gives me energy.
Not a morning person? That's such a common expression. It means you don't feel energetic or happy in the morning.
What about you, Emma? Are you a morning person?
Actually, yes, I'm definitely a morning person. I love waking up early. I feel so productive in the morning.
Lucky you. So, what's your morning routine like?
Well, I typically wake up at 5:30.
5:30, that's so early.
I know, but I love it. I get up, I put on my workout clothes, and I go for a run.
Wait, you exercise first thing in the morning? Before breakfast?
Yes, I always exercise on an empty stomach. It's a habit I've had for years.
On an empty stomach means before eating anything. That's a useful phrase.
After my run, I come home, take a shower, and then I make breakfast. I usually have eggs, toast, and a cup of green tea.
Green tea, not coffee?
Nope, I'm not really a coffee person. I prefer tea. I drink green tea every morning.
Interesting. So, Emma, let me ask you this. How do you say when something is your daily habit?
Good question. We can say, it's part of my routine, or I make it a habit too. For example, I make it a habit to exercise every morning.
Or you can say, I'm in the habit of, like, I'm in the habit of checking my phone first thing in the morning.
Perfect. These phrases sound very natural. Native speakers use them all the time.
All right, everyone, let's practice. Pause the video and tell us in the comments, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Try to use the words we taught you. Usually, always, sometimes.
We'd love to hear from you. And now, let's move on to talking about work habits.
So Emma, after your morning routine, what do? Do you go to work?
Well, I work from home most days, so I usually start working around 9 a.m.
Work from home? That's become so common these days. What's your work routine like?
I tend to be very structured. I start by checking my emails and making a to-do list.
Hold on. Did you hear that? Emma said, I tend to. That's another way to talk about habits. It means you have a tendency to do something regularly.
Right. Tend to is very common. I tend to work better in the morning. He tends to forget his keys.
Great examples. So Emma, you make a to-do list every day?
Yes, I'm the kind of person who needs to write everything down. If I don't make a list, I forget things.
The kind of person who. That's a natural way to describe yourself. I'm the kind of person who likes to plan ahead.
What about you, Tim? What are your work habits?
Well, I go to an office, so I typically leave home around 8 a.m. My commute takes about 30 minutes.
Do you drive or take public transportation?
I usually drive, but sometimes I take the train if there's too much traffic.
And what do you do during your commute?
I normally listen to podcasts or audiobooks. It's a great way to learn something new while I'm driving.
Normally is similar to usually. It means regularly or most of the time.
Exactly. When I get to the office, I grab a coffee, chat with my coworkers for a few minutes, and then I get down to work.
Get down to work. Great phrase. It means to start working seriously.
Right. I have to say I'm pretty good at staying focused. I don't get distracted easily.
Really? You're lucky. I get distracted sometimes. I have a bad habit of checking social media when I should be working.
Have a bad habit. Perfect phrase. We use this when we want to talk about habits we don't like about ourselves.
Yes. For example, I have a bad habit of staying up too late. Or he has a bad habit of biting his nails.
On the other hand, we can talk about good habits too. We can say, I've developed a good habit of, or I'm trying to build a habit of.
Great point. I've developed a good habit of meditating every evening. I'm trying to build a habit of reading more books.
These phrases show progress and self-improvement, which is great for conversations.
Now, let's talk about work breaks. Tim, do you take breaks during the day?
Oh yes, definitely. I make sure to take a break every couple of hours. I usually take a 15-minute break in the morning and afternoon, plus my lunch break.
Make sure to is a useful phrase. It means you definitely do something because it's important. I make sure to drink water throughout the day.
What do you do during your breaks, Emma?
I usually stretch, walk around a bit, or make myself a snack. I try not to look at screens during my breaks.
That's smart. Try not to is a good phrase for talking about things you want to avoid. I try not to eat junk food. She tries not to procrastinate.
Speaking of lunch, what are your lunch habits?
I'm pretty consistent. I usually eat lunch around 12:30 or 1 p.m. I either bring lunch from home or grab something from a nearby restaurant.
Either or. Great structure. We use this to show two possibilities. I either cook dinner or order takeout.
Exactly. What about you?
Since I work from home, I usually make lunch. I'm in the habit of meal prepping on Sundays, so I always have something ready.
Meal prepping. That means preparing meals in advance. That's such a useful habit.
It really is. It saves me so much time during the week.
All right, everyone. Here's a question for practice. What are your work habits? Do you work from home or go to an office? When do you take breaks? Tell us in the comments.
And remember to use the phrases we taught you. Now let's talk about evening routines.
So, Emma, after a long day of work, what do you usually do in the evening?
Well, I usually finish work around 5 or 6 p.m. Then I like to wind down and relax.
Wind down. Excellent phrase. It means to relax and reduce stress after being busy. I wind down by watching TV. He winds down by taking a walk.
Exactly. For me, winding down means making dinner and watching something on Netflix.
Are you a good cook?
I'd say I'm decent. I like cooking, and I try to cook healthy meals. I'm not a fan of eating out every day.
I'm not a fan of. Great way to say you don't really like something. I'm not a fan of spicy food. She's not a fan of horror movies.
What about you, Tim? What's your evening like?
I usually get home around 6:30. By that time, I'm pretty tired.
By that time means when that moment arrives or when that time comes.
Right, so by that time, I just want to relax. I often order food or make something quick and easy.
Do you cook a lot?
Not really. I'm more of a takeout person, to be honest.
To be honest, we use this phrase when we're sharing something truthfully, especially if it might surprise someone.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not the best cook, but I'm trying to learn.
That's great. Trying to shows you're making an effort. I'm trying to eat healthier. He's trying to save money.
After dinner, I usually watch TV or play video games for a bit.
Oh, you're a gamer.
Yeah, I'm really into gaming. It's my way of relaxing. I tend to play for about an hour or so.
Or so means approximately. It'll take 20 minutes or so. I'll be there in an hour or so.
Exactly. What do you do after dinner, Emma?
I usually go for an evening walk. It's become a daily ritual for me.
A daily ritual. Beautiful phrase. It means something you do every day that's important to you, almost like a ceremony.
Yes, my evening walk is my daily ritual. It helps me clear my mind and reflect on the day.
That sounds peaceful. Do you go alone or with someone?
Usually alone, but sometimes my neighbor joins me. We catch up and chat about our day.
Catch up. Super common phrase. It means to talk to someone and share what's been happening in your lives.
After my walk, I come home, maybe read for 30 minutes, and then I start getting ready for bed.
What's your bedtime routine?
I'm pretty strict about it. I always brush my teeth, wash my face, and do my skincare routine.
Strict about it. Means you follow rules carefully and don't skip them.
Yes, I'm also strict about my bedtime. I try to be in bed by 10 p.m.
Wow, 10 p.m.? That's early.
I know, but I need my 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I'm useless without proper sleep.
Useless without. Funny expression, meaning you can't function well without something. I'm useless without coffee.
Exactly. What about you, Tim? When do you go to bed?
I'm a night owl, so I usually stay up until midnight or later.
A night owl. Great idiom. It's the opposite of a morning person. It means someone who prefers staying up late.
That's me. I tend to be more productive at night. I often do my best work late in the evening.
Interesting. So we're complete opposites.
Totally. But that's okay. Everyone has different habits and routines.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong way. The important thing is finding what works for you.
Now, let's talk about something interesting. Weekend habits versus weekday habits.
This is a great topic, Tim. Our habits often change on weekends, right?
Absolutely. On weekdays, I'm very structured and disciplined. But on weekends, I like to be more flexible.
Structured and flexible, great opposites. Structured means organized and planned. Flexible means adaptable and spontaneous.
Exactly. So on weekday mornings, I always wake up at 6:30. But on weekends, I sleep in until 9 or even 10 a.m.
Sleep in, common phrasal verb meaning to wake up later than usual.
Right. I love sleeping in on Saturday mornings. It's one of my favorite things about weekends.
I can relate. Even though I'm a morning person, I still enjoy sleeping in on Sundays.
What else changes for you on weekends?
Well, during the week, I'm very careful about what I eat. But on weekends, I allow myself to have treats.
Allow myself to. Great phrase for giving yourself permission to do something.
I allow myself to watch TV on Fridays.
Yes, so I allow myself to have dessert or eat at restaurants on weekends. It's my little reward.
My little reward. Nice way to describe something you give yourself for working hard.
What about exercise? Do you exercise on weekends?
I try to. During the week, I don't really have time to exercise because of work, but on weekends, I make an effort to go to the gym or play sports.
Make an effort means to try hard to do something. I make an effort to call my parents every week.
Good example. On Saturdays, I'm in the habit of playing basketball with my friends.
Oh, that sounds fun. How long have you been doing that?
For about 2 years now. It's become a weekend tradition.
A tradition means something you do regularly over time that becomes special or meaningful.
Exactly. What are your weekend habits, Emma?
Well, I use weekends to do things I don't have time for during the week. I usually do my laundry, clean the house, and run errands on Saturday mornings.
Run errands. Super useful phrase. It means doing small tasks like going to the bank, grocery shopping, or picking up dry cleaning.
Yes, after I run errands, I like to do something fun. I often meet up with friends for brunch or go to a cafe.
Meet up with. Common way to say you're getting together with someone. I'm meeting up with Sarah later.
On Sunday afternoons, I tend to be a bit lazy. I might watch movies or just relax at home.
Tend to be. We saw this phrase earlier. It's perfect for describing your typical behavior.
Right. What do you do on Sunday nights?
Oh, Sunday nights are when I prepare for the week ahead. I usually do meal prep, iron my clothes, and plan my schedule.
Excellent phrase for Sunday evening activities.
Yeah, I found that if I prepare on Sunday, my Monday goes much more smoothly.
That means happens with fewer problems or difficulties. That's smart.
So everyone, think about this. How are your weekend habits different from your weekday habits? Share with us.
Great question. Now, let's talk about how to break bad habits and build good ones.
This is such an important topic. We all have habits we want to change, right, Emma?
Absolutely. Let me ask you, Tim, do you have any bad habits you're trying to break?
Trying to break. Perfect phrase. Break a habit means to stop doing something you do regularly.
Exactly. So, do you?
Well, I have a bad habit of staying up too late, scrolling through social media.
Oh, I think many people can relate to that.
Yeah, I keep telling myself I'll stop, but then I pick up my phone and suddenly it's 1 a.m.
Keep telling myself means you say something to yourself repeatedly. I keep telling myself I'll exercise more.
Right, so I'm actively trying to break this habit. I've started putting my phone in another room before bed.
Actively trying means making a real effort, not just thinking about it. That's a great strategy.
It's working so far. What about you? Any bad habits?
Well, I have a tendency to be too hard on myself. I'm very perfectionistic.
Have a tendency to. Another way to talk about habits. It means you're inclined to do something.
Yes, so I'm working on being more patient with myself and not expecting perfection all the time.
Working on. Essential phrase. It means you're actively trying to improve something. I'm working on my Spanish. She's working on her communication skills.
Great explanation. Now let's talk about building good habits. What good habits have you developed recently?
I've been trying to drink more water. I bought a big water bottle that I carry everywhere.
That's great. Carry everywhere. Simple but natural phrase.
Yeah, and it's really helped. I've gotten into the habit of drinking water throughout the day.
Gotten into the habit of means you've successfully built a new habit. I've gotten into the habit of journaling. He's gotten into the habit of exercising.
Exactly. It took a few weeks, but now it's automatic. I don't even think about it anymore.
That's when you know a habit has really stuck. Automatic means it happens without conscious effort.
What good habits are you building?
I'm trying to develop a habit of gratitude. Every night before bed, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for.
That's beautiful. How long have you been doing this?
For about a month now. At first it felt forced, but now I actually look forward to it.
Felt forced means it didn't feel natural at first. That's normal with new habits.
Exactly. The key is consistency. You have to stick with it even when it's hard.
Stick with it. Great phrasal verb, meaning to continue doing something despite challenges.
Yes, here's some advice we can share with everyone. When you're building a new habit, start small.
Start small means begin with something easy and manageable. Don't try to change everything at once.
Right. For example, if you want to start exercising, don't say, I'll exercise for an hour every day. That's too much.
Instead, say, I'll exercise for 10 minutes 3 times a week. That's much more realistic.
Realistic means achievable and practical. Always set realistic goals.
Another tip, find an accountability partner. That's someone who checks on your progress and encourages you.
Accountability partner, very useful term. It's someone who helps keep you on track.
Yes, my friend and I are accountability partners for going to the gym. We text each other every time we work out.
That's a great system. Having support makes building habits so much easier. One more thing, don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. Everyone slips up sometimes.
Beat yourself up means to be too critical of yourself. Slip up means to make a mistake.
Right, just get back on track the next day. Progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection. Wonderful motto. Focus on improving, not being perfect. All right, everyone, here's our challenge for you. Choose one small habit you want to start or stop. Share it in the comments.
We'll support you. Now, let's wrap this up.
Wow, Emma, we covered so much today.
We really did. Let's quickly review the most important phrases we learned.
First, words for talking about frequency. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never.
Ways to describe habits. I tend to. I'm in the habit of. I make it a habit to. I have a tendency to.
Describing yourself. I'm the kind of person who... I'm a morning person. I'm a night owl.
Talking about routines. First thing in the morning. Wind down. Daily ritual. Catch up.
Breaking and building habits. Break a habit, stick with it, working on, gotten into the habit of.
And remember, when you're talking about your habits in English, be natural. Use these phrases in real conversations.
The best way to learn is by practicing. Talk about your daily routine with friends, with language partners, even with yourself.
Yes, practice makes progress. The more you use these phrases, the more natural they'll become.
Now, before we go, we have to ask, did you enjoy this episode?
If you did, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us know you're enjoying this content.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
We post new English conversation lessons every day, and we have so many exciting topics coming up.
Next week, we're talking about how to express your opinions in English. You won't want to miss it.
Also, don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us about your daily habits. What's the first thing you do in the morning? What's your evening routine?
We love reading your comments, and we try to respond to as many as we can.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for Mr. Daily English.
All right, everyone, that's all for today. Thank you so much for spending 50 minutes with us learning English.
Remember, building the habit of learning English every day is the key to fluency. Keep practicing.
Keep listening, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself.
See you next time on Mr. Daily English.
Bye, everyone.